Okay, I'm back. I have washed my hands and I've washed Mr. Chicken here. Rinse the inside of the body cavity really well with water, and I've got him all ready. I'm using a fillet knife, which works better with cutting through meat and bones. So we will just get started. I always start by taking the legs and thighs off, and that starts with piercing the skin here and kind of opening that area up. Then you grab the thigh and just pop it out. You'll feel it pop out. And this chicken still has a little bit of ice in it actually, so okay, then we're gonna just cut where you pop that thigh out of joint. You're just gonna slice right down there. And that's gonna leave you with a thigh and a leg together, okay? I grab the thigh and I fold the leg over like this. And you should be able to feel the joint there. And I just slice into the joint. I might have missed it a little bit. Yes, I did. Okay, you slice into that joint. Then to protect your finger, you're gonna go under and slice up so you're not cutting like into your hand. And that separates the leg from the thigh. And the thigh is typically a fattier piece of meat. So what I do is I will go ahead and remove the skin and the fat from the thigh before I put it in my bowl to fry. My gumbo, I put fried chicken in my gumbo, smoked sausage, or andouille sausage, depending on what I have. So there's the skin off the thigh. I'm gonna trim this little strip of fat off, and we're gonna use that for our broth. We're gonna cook that in with our broth, and that will make a richer broth. Whew, that is cold. And then there's my thigh. And I'm placing my fried chicken pieces in a bowl. And so now we're gonna move on to the next leg quarter. And again, I will take and cut through the skin that joins it to the body. Okay. This is not a fun job cutting up a chicken. I don't enjoy that much at all, but it is good and fresh meat. So now we're gonna pop that thigh out of joint. And when you do that, you'll see the ball of the joint kind of come through there. Then we just start slicing it away from the body. And once again, we have a thigh and a leg. I'm going to separate the leg from the thigh. Oh, it's cold. Partially frozen meat is very cold. Okay, now I'm going to go underneath. Okay, and there's our leg. And I will once again remove the fat and skin from the thigh. And it will boil with our chicken broth ingredients. Okay. And let me get this strip of fat off. Oh, this is so gross. Okay, but worth it in the long run. All right, I didn't take all of the fat off, but just the more visible outside fat. All right, so now you're left with a chicken who has no legs or thighs. My next order of business is I'm gonna remove the skin, just make it easier to work with. You wouldn't have to do this. It's just something I prefer. Ooh, it's cold. Okay. We'll save that for our broth. Now we're going to remove the wings one at a time, and the same kind of principle as how we remove the thighs. You're going to take the wing and just kind of pop it out of socket. Well, that's not going to, let me make a slice here. And there we go. You see that? Right here's the, and you're just going to slice through the socket and straight across, and here's your wing. Okay. I always cut this little flap of skin. I just make a V cut into the, and that makes the wing easier to eat. Okay. So now I take and I kind of tuck my wing in like so and put it in to be fried. Okay. Wing number 2. Let me make my slice here. Pop it out of socket if I can. It's not going to come. Oh, here we go. That freed it up a lot. Okay. I'm sure there's other ways to cut up chicken. This is just the way I was taught, so I'm sharing it with you because it can be an intimidating task, but it's not impossible. It's not super hard. So I'm tucking my wing. There's wing number 2 going into the bowl. And now we're left with the back and the breast. And this is what you'll call the pulley bone area. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tissue that's holding the breast to the body. Go ahead and get that taken off. And once again, I will, if you follow the breastbone, you'll find a place where the breastbone ends. You can feel it with your finger. That's what I cut into, and I cut straight down to the bone. Then I cut down to the bone, and then I angle outward like this. Also, there'll be a flap of skin there you can slide your knife into to free it. Should be on both sides. Yes, all right. And then this is going to pull our pulley bone off of our breast. And yes. And there we have it. There's our pulley bone. And what I'm going to do for gumbo, I'm going to cut it in half because I don't think we need such a huge piece of chicken. I might cut some of my other pieces, but you want to be careful not to cut so that the bones chip into your food. But there, we have 2 pieces of pulley bone I'm going to fry for my gumbo. Okay, now the breast, I also can get the side pieces. I don't cook like just this whole huge breast area here. I will slide my knife into the body cavity right where you'll see a thin bone, and I will slide that in and just follow it up along the breastbone on both sides. Brent's grandma taught me how to do this, actually, how to get these pieces off of the breast. Okay, when you do that, then you're going to hold the breast and pull down and forward. Oh, let me free the meat. Trim through the meat on both sides. Yeah. All right, now just pop the breast off like so. Cut across on both sides, and there's your chicken breast. And for gumbo, I might cut that into 3 pieces instead of just 1. In fact, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Cut it across. Like so. And I think I'm going to leave it like it is because I don't want to disturb that bone. I think we'll have just a short breast like that. All right. And this leaves side pieces. And then I'm going to trim away from the rib cage, if possible here. Get the fat pieces off. There's a line of bones on the inside of the rib cage, and you can see the cartilage that joins the rib cage to the bones, and you're going to cut right through the cartilage, and that will take it all the way down to the pulley bone area on both sides. Get some of that out of the way. There's ice inside the body cavity. All right, I don't know if you all can see what I'm talking about here, but you will see the bones here, and I will be cutting through the cartilage area all the way back. All right, and then you're just gonna, again, pop this forward. Well, maybe. There we go. Can't really see. All right, here we go. Cut right through the jointed part. I can't really see it. There's some fat in it. Okay, there we go. There's one of the side pieces, and you can see the ribs. See the ribs there. And so I did that. And let me get this one. Oops. Now that, I don't like it when that happens. Okay, there we go. Oof. Come on, chicken, work with me here. All right, there we go. And here's our second side piece. You can see the ribs. And all right, so there's our chicken ready to fry. And what we have left is the back of the chicken with all of the ice inside that are freezing my hands, and some of the fattier pieces of skin. I will put these in a pot with onions, celery, and carrots, and salt and pepper, and I will boil for about an hour maybe, and then I will strain these pieces out, and that will leave me with a really good rich chicken broth